Welcome to episode 114 of The Closing Table with Lawyers title. I'm your host, Tamera Gaede, and today my special guest is going to discuss digital visibility and AI right after this.
Welcome to The Closing Table with host Tamera Gaede, where we break down how to be successful in real estate and what it's really like to work in the real estate business. This is The Closing Table with Lawyers title.
Welcome back to episode 114. Again, I'm your host with Tamera Gaede. Today, my special guest, you know what? This is long overdue. Today's special guest is Michael Tritthart. He is an international tech instructor. I pulled that from your website. Co-owner and lead trainer of michaeltritthart.com.
You got it.
Did I get that right?
You got it.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Excited to be here.
Here.
It has been a long time.
It has been incredibly long, too long, because you do a lot of teaching and coaching for our company, for lawyers, for the sales team with their clients.
Absolutely.
So we should have had you on the show a long time ago. I apologize about that. But
good.
Here we are correcting the issue.
That's right. We got it happening.
All right. So today we're going to talk about digital visibility. We're probably going to talk about some SEO and some GEO. So if you don't know what that is, you're about to find out. So let's kick it off with, I'm just going to dive right in.
Sure.
Okay. How do we get, I have a lot of my audience that is struggling with even starting to use AI.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and we've talked about this on the podcast before. It's really an analysis paralysis kind of thing. In my opinion, you got to just jump right in. And we talked about this yesterday, the book, The One Thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
So can you apply the concept of the book to the use of AI, or how to start with the use of AI? Does that make sense what I'm asking?
Yeah, absolutely. So the book has been out for, 14
Forever.
years. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was interesting. I became a one thing instructor, but before the book came out, I was already applying a lot of the techniques. Didn't know it. Read the book and I'm like, oh, I'm already doing that. And it was more of my training background, my coaching background. It's that mindset of, we got to find the objective and you have to attack the objective right away.
Sounds very military, doesn't it?
It's very football. Mind,
Oh, football for you.
Yes.
I go military. My dad was a Marine.
Yeah, there you go. Well, six years of Texas high school football.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to compare it to the military, but it's a close second.
It's pretty serious here in Texas.
It's pretty intense, right? Friday Night Lights is no joke.
It's for real. Yeah.
And so you have to find what you need to attack, and I think the problem that a lot of agents run into is, like you said, it's the paralysis by analysis. It's trying to multitask everything. It's just find one technique, apply that technique right away to your business. Doesn't have to be mind-blowing. It can just be minor changes. And then you're going to start to see immediate improvements. And then you just move from there and you just start stacking and you start building on it. And it's the little things that really start to add up after a while.
I think it's kind of like, and I hate to be so harsh about it, AI is going to clip that part out and then put what I'm going to say next as just a reel by itself. But it's just get over it. Like quit, just use it. Okay. What I use the example of, like, what do you use Google for, right? If you want to find a restaurant or find a restaurant phone number or make a reservation. So you can jump on an account, start an account with ChatGPT and ask
or
it
any
for the restaurant phone number. Start there. You use it in the way that you use Google.
Yeah. And I have honestly, my family, myself, a lot of friends, we've found ourselves, in the years past, just Google it. Now it's like, just ChatGPT it or
Although, can we
whatever.
come up with a shorter way to say that?
Yeah, I know.
Because
It's
too clunky.
It is too clunky. Just AI it, right?
Just AI it. But the point is, we got to just start somewhere. And you're not going to mess it up.
No.
So.
But see, there's always that fear with tech, right? Oh, I'm not a techie. And I see this all the time in my workshops. And I kind of joke, I said, as long as you don't take your laptop screen, open it up and put your mouse on the laptop screen and tell me that your mouse isn't working today.
I'm sorry, what?
You're not the worst agent I've ever trained.
Oh, no.
I was like,
did that really happen?
Yes. I was like, man, this is going to be a long day.
No. Oh, no.
I was like, this is a 3-hour workshop.
Well, I
it's going to feel like 7.
Days when everybody first got iPads and we would be in a class together and they would literally bring them in the box.
Yeah. Now, how do I use this again? What do we do? Yeah. Those are the workshops.
That is, yes. And so I'm glad we're past those days.
Yes.
But
it's mindset wise, we're back with it with AI.
It's the same issue.
Yeah.
So
just new tech freaks them out. You just got to go and find one thing, build on it, move from there.
Well, and I had a realtor friend of mine say, I'm starting to feel too old to stay caught up. And I said, you hush your mouth because we're the same age.
Yeah.
And I'm using AI. She even has a name. Her name's Megan. Don't ask me why. This is her name. But she helps me with all kinds of things. I talked to her yesterday about when to water my plants because of the freeze when they're in a greenhouse outside so I don't kill my plants. She gave me the greatest answer. I'm following the instructions. I mean, literally anything you can ask her.
This, the whole age thing, again, I'm going to sound a little harsh. That's an excuse. Right? That's just an excuse that people throw up. I was doing a class 10 years ago in Orange Beach, Alabama, workshop. And a lady walks in with a walker and the tennis balls on the front of the walker. And I'm like, this is going to be the longest workshop known to man.
That's a realtor?
This is a realtor coming in
on
a walker.
Oh my goodness.
In a tech workshop. I'm doing a little stereotyping, right? Like, man, this is going to be a miserable day. 5 minutes into the class, she raises her hand and asks a question about virtual tours because she goes, well, I build all the virtual tours for my team. And
I love that.
I'm like, say what? And so the next break, I kind of come over to her and I'm like, hey, you kind of threw me a little bit with the virtual tour question. She's like, oh yeah, I'm 83 years old and I realized 15 years ago that if I wanted to stay relevant in real estate, which I do, I had to go to college and take some college courses and learn how to do tech and all this other type of stuff. So now I go to all these nursing homes and I teach everybody in the nursing home on how to use social media to connect with their friends and family. And 25% of my business is referrals from the nursing homes. I'm like, there you go.
I love that. That's such a great story.
So age is... It's not age.
It's in your head.
It's mindset.
Yes,
it's the excuses that people throw up.
Yeah, and when she said, like I said, when she told me that, I was like, "We're the same age. You better get on board."
Yeah,
okay,
I ain't too.
I ain't that old. Okay, so my next question for you is let's talk about SEO and GEO. First of all, you're probably going to have to tell everybody what the difference is and what GEO is, but I feel like we're starting to shift away from SEO being as important as it was, and we're now focused on GEO. Are both still important?
Both are still relevant, in my opinion.
Are they connected?
And from what I've seen, they're connected.
Let's back up and tell the audience
search engine optimization, SEO, which is how to rank on Google, first page of Google. Still very, very relevant. Not everybody is using AI. There are still tons and tons of people that are using Google to get, to get their search results. And as a business owner, you want to get ranked on that to where they can go and find you without having to search off of page one, right? So page one is SEO. We want our businesses on page one. That's search engine optimization. Still very, very relevant. Now, the part about SEO that always throws people is, well, I can't compete against the big dogs of the companies out there, right? The one that starts with a Z and ends in illo and all these other companies, right? I can't beat those guys. Yeah. Actually, you can. There's a technique to do it, and you can. And we have a lot of our website clients that are competing and in many cases beating the big companies.
That's cool.
Yeah. So they're getting natural organic leads. We're all about the natural organic leads. So years ago, it was just SEO, right? Then, and I don't know, 15 years ago, I was like, oh my gosh, you're a real estate agent. You got to have a website. Social media hits big. Oh my gosh, you got to be on social media.
There's always the new thing.
Yeah, there's always the new thing to chase. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people that are getting leads off of social media, TikTok and Facebook and LinkedIn and Insta and everything. They're all valid. But it comes back to the central core theme of you got to do it. It's not magic fairy dust, right? And so now with AI has changed the game. Now we're into the next cyclical part of the business where it kind of comes back to your websites because of GEO, which is Generative Engine Optimization.
Generative Engine Optimization.
Absolutely. That's how you show up on Gemini. That's how you show up on ChatGPT. So you go out to ChatGPT.
Show up how? Explain to...
Sure. So I'm going to go out to ChatGPT and I'm going to say, find the best real estate agents in Dallas,
There
Texas.
we go. And people are doing that.
Absolutely.
So the new thing is to get ranked on AI, right?
Absolutely.
And I remember seeing on social media the first realtor that said on social media that she was ranked on AI. And I remember thinking, that's pretty dang cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And everybody's like, oh my gosh. So now I got to be an AI specialist,
It's exhausting, Michael. It's exhausting. Tell us how to sort through all of this. And I think that, doesn't it go back to the one thing?
It does go back to the one thing. And what's interesting too is it also goes back to SEO.
Yeah.
Right? So AI doesn't necessarily care as much about social media as it does about hard, cold facts.
Okay.
Right? So they're going to go out and they're going to look at your website. They're going to look at your broker page that you've created. They're going to look at your MLS page that you've created. Here's another little secret trick too. HAR, Houston Association of Realtors.
HAR.
Yeah. Everybody in North Texas is freaking out because as an agent, they're like, why do I have a HAR page? I'm not in Houston. Well, HAR does an ingenious job of competing against Zillow. They actually have a pretty strong network because as a licensed real estate agent in Texas, they'll create a page for you.
I noticed.
Yeah, and any lead that comes in off of that, they have said, we will give it to you.
Oh,
no strings attached.
Okay.
So every agent should go and get their HAR page set up, and you can do that here in North Texas with your Netris page, right?
Well, okay, I can't tell you like how many times I look in MLS, there's no photo.
It's
laziness. It's just your profile's not complete in MLS. You go to realtor.com, same thing.
Yeah.
You go to all of these websites that are hosting information for you. It's worth the time to go in,
Absolutely.
especially for reload clients because they're looking at all the things. They don't know you. They don't have a network here. So when they're looking to search or choose a realtor from wherever they're coming from,
They got to see data.
they got to see evidence of success.
And that's what AI is looking at. They're looking at those core sites.
Okay. Now you said SEO doesn't care as much about social media, right?
I mean, they care, but okay. Don't get me wrong.
It contributes to the success on SEO.
It does, but they're looking for those core websites.
Sure.
Right. And so what a lot of agents make the mistake of is number one, they never set them up, or number two, they never go back and update them.
Okay.
Right. So maybe you've gotten new designations. Maybe you've gotten a senior designation. Maybe you've done something for military. Maybe you've done this, that, whatever. If you don't have that back on those other sites, when they go back and say, find me a senior specialist real estate agent in Dallas, you're not going to come up on that list. So that's kind of the secret cheat code is to go back and use the sites you already have, make sure you have them up to date. But a big part of that is a properly constructed WordPress website. So again, we've gone cyclical. We're back kind of that, you got to have a website, right?
Yeah.
And it's more than just a broker website. It needs to be something where you can add,
that was
content.
the question. Is it okay to have your broker website or do you have a website independent?
Broker website's fine, but you need to have something in addition to that.
Okay.
If you really want to dominate on the AI scene.
Well, and I like that anyway, because if you need to jump ship for whatever reason, you've got your suitcase ready to go.
Well, and so we build agent-owned websites. My team does. No matter where you're at, the site goes with you. And we learned that the hard way years ago. We would build on broker-provided platforms, and then the broker changes the platform, the agents leave, something happens, we got to start the whole process over.
Same for your CRM.
Yeah, exactly. And so now that SEO can go with you. Right. And it combines really nicely with the GEO.
Well, and you've been talking about websites. We kind of discussed this in our pre-podcast conversation, but you feel like there's been a resurgence of websites or the importance of the website.
I would say there's been a resurgence of the importance. I think the agents are still.
That's because of GEO?
Yeah, absolutely. And the agents are now starting to click onto that like, oh, man, yeah, I think you're right. Because they're going out and running the same searches and they're like, well, why am I not there? Well, there's a reason. You're missing your website. You're missing your Google Business profile page. ChatGPT is the competitor of Google.
Sure.
But they still use the Google Business profile page as a source, right? And Gemini, of course, is going to use that. So there's always going to be that importance of a website, of Google Business profile. It's just been heightened now because of GEO and AI.
Okay, so the golden nuggets for the audience today is to make sure that you have a viable website independent of your broker. You need to make sure to have your Google Business page completed and accurate.
Yeah.
You need to make sure that you filled out your profile on all of the Realtor websites like Realtor.com, Zillow, HAR, I can't say HAR, et cetera, MLS, local MLS. And is there any other item of importance that we can leave the audience with to help with their SEO and GEO?
Well, I think the one thing I can leave you with this is everything we just talked about, it's nothing new.
Correct.
So it's
all things we've talked about.
Exactly. So, and it's all things you should have done.
Yeah.
And probably have already done. You just got to go back and refresh them. So everybody else going, oh my gosh, I got to learn something new for AI. No, you don't. Mm-hmm. You just got to go back and rep it.
Yeah.
Right? muscle memory.
Look, I have to update my bio on the lawyer's title website
Yeah.
and do every once in a while, and headshots. We got to all do those sorts of things. So fun.
And you go get new designations, you get new certifications, right? So you want to go back and put that on there because
evidence of success.
Yeah, because AI is going to scan that in nanoseconds and go, oh, okay, you got this designation. Okay, you're an expert now. Let's showcase you over here. Now, the one word that no real estate agent wants to hear, blog. Everyone's like,
no.
Right?
The blog.
Yeah. That's original local content, and AI eats that stuff up.
Okay.
You got to do it.
I'm tired now.
I know. Everybody's like, this is miserable. I'm out.
Well,
right?
you can have AI write the blog, You got
to be careful with that. But yeah.
Okay, how so? Copyright infringement?
Not necessarily. Well, it's number one, you got to have the human element. I'll put it this way. My son is at Tech right now. He's going to be an accountant. He's the senior teacher assistant for the accounting department, one of the professors. And he's like, Dad, every freaking kid is cheating their butt off. It's all AI.
Oh my gosh.
He can see it as the lead assistant when he has to read the papers. He's like, nothing is original. They all sound the same.
So, I could get off in a whole tangent about using AI in education, but we're not. This isn't
that's a whole nother podcast.
Yeah, that's a whole nother. That's somebody else's podcast. But kind of bringing it back in, to the application of the realtor.
So you got to make it original. Yeah. Right. Now you can use ChatGPT to help write it, and there is actually a program out there, GPT-0.
GPT-0.
Yes, it's a website.
Okay.
And so you can drop your content in, and it'll tell you, oh yeah, you wrote that in ChatGPT, you wrote that in Gemini. Oh, it's a combination of human and GPT, human and Gemini. So it'll kind of it's a AI snitch. It's snitching on all the other AI systems. They can see based on the syntax how it was written.
Wow.
Yeah. So you got to go
Busted.
in. Yeah, totally. It's total cops and robbers. Right?
But do I care?
You do, because if you want to rank, first off, if you want to use AI in the Google world, like your Google Business profile, or your blog, you should not be using exclusively ChatGPT.
Okay.
Because Google can tell, oh, that's ChatGPT. And
Okay.
we don't necessarily like that, so we're going to tank it.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Now you can start it in GPT and then kind of modify it in Gemini and then kind of work it over with your human brain and kind of tweak it and change it. But a lot of people get a little lazy, right? Oh, I'll just throw it in GPT, copy paste, throw it on my website. I'm good. It's not going to work out for you.
I guess I didn't realize that knew that you were cheating.
They know everything. Your phones are not phones; they're ankle monitoring devices. They know what you're doing, when you're doing it, how you're doing it, everything.
Look, I can't think about that too much because that makes my brain start to melt. So we just we use it and we do what we got to do, and it does what it does, and we just kind of have to. Okay, I'm going to switch gears on you.
Sure.
We talked about leads. Realtors need leads.
Always.
I need all salespeople need leads. That's not realtor exclusive. But how can my realtor friends get some leads right now without breaking the bank?
The number one technique, and I train on it monthly, right? And I do it a lot with lawyers, of course. That's going to be the Google Business profile page.
Love it.
It is the simplest, easiest thing that all business owners should be doing.
Wait a minute. Okay, so to clarify, if they want to set that up, they need to go to the location of what they list as their company, correct?
Yeah, so the easiest thing when you're setting up a page in the very beginning, again, because our phones are tracking where we're at and what we're doing and when we're doing it, you should set it up at the place of business.
Okay.
In the initial setup stage. After it's set up, after it's verified, you can make updates remotely.
Okay.
Right? But that's a key part because the verification can be a little bit of a hassle for some people. And the verification that we're trying to avoid is the video, because you have to get video verified. That's a whole animal.
I've heard about all the clunkiness with the getting verified.
And going back to AI, they make you start in your car, turn your car on, turn your car off, get out, show the world that it's real world, not AI. And then you got to fob the door or unlock it. You got to show signage. Are you
kidding me?
No. And then you got to go down your hallway to your office. You got 2 minutes, no cuts, no edits, no audio. I've had people that office on the 8th floor. They got somebody, cowering in the elevator, holding the button, running to the elevator, running off the elevator, trying to get it all done in 2 minutes.
That's the craziest thing.
It's insane.
That's insane.
It is, but that's why you want to be on site when you first set the page up, because hopefully you're going to avoid the video. Now, there's no guarantee, but If you do it remotely, you're probably going to get hit with the video.
Okay, I mean, you're going to scare everybody away from wanting to do that. I don't want to do it.
Well, let me put it that way. Is it worth $500,000 in 1 year to the bottom line?
I don't know. That's
really? Well, okay.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
That was a lot what you just said.
Yeah, it's a lot, but that's a lot of money. And then
I think you would have to be on the phone with me, like telling me what to do. Like, oh my God, Tamara, you only have like 1 minute and 35 seconds left, you know?
Well, I mean, you maybe have like a timer going, some guy following you. You got a whole team, right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay. So we built our brand. We need to build our brand on Google Business Profile. I don't want to get stuck there too much because we did already talk about it. Then another lead source that we talk about a lot is our database, right?
Absolutely.
I was telling you a story of a client of mine who is trying to pivot and do geofarming this year, but she's a sphere-based realtor.
Yeah.
And has a successful business as a sphere-based realtor. So, our database is incredibly important. So we did kind of talk about the necessity of taking care of that database.
Oh, yeah. And the problem for a lot of agents, number one, they're physically setting on a gold mine when they set on their phone.
Yes.
Right? They're not mining it appropriately. There's missing names, there's missing data, there's missing content. We got some people on Facebook, we got some people on LinkedIn, we got some people in our CRM. Like we're scattered to the four winds when it comes to our database.
Yeah, we need to find the gold. There's dollars in our database.
Oh,
so
absolutely.
Let's talk about the dollars in our database.
Yeah. So how do I extract that gold? How do I get all that? What you want to do is you want to centralize all that information. You want to use some tools to help you get your database into one spot and then start to fill in the blanks. Now, there's a company out there that sponsors a lot of my classes when I go, nationwide.
We talked about them.
Yeah, that's LandVoice.
Okay, tell us about LandVoice.
Yeah. So landvoice.com/mtritt, MTRITT, takes you to a page for them. They are an affiliate of mine. Great company. They're owned by Brivity. And what they do, they have one specific tool called the Data Genie, and it's ingenious. So you go out, you get all your people extracted from your phone, you get them into a spreadsheet, do the same thing for Facebook, do the same thing for your CRM, get all your stuff into one CSV file, submit it to them. They will then fill in the blanks. Hey, we got Tamara's first name, we got her last name, we're missing her phone number, but we got her email. They'll go out and they'll find the phone number, they'll find the address, they'll find social media links, they'll find everything for each one of those records that they can find.
That's a huge time saver.
Oh, it's insane.
It's insane. Yeah.
And so they'll go in, do all that, and they will scrub it against the do not call list. So that's also
a big deal, especially because SB 140. I mean, we got all kinds of marketing handcuffs now.
You got to be in state of Texas. Definitely got to be careful.
Yes,
but that will start to fill in the blanks, and then you can take that and drop it back into your CRM, and now you have a fully formed database, and you're ready to work with that.
We talked about this yesterday. I'm waiting for a program that you can dump your database in and it'll scour the interweb, use AI to do that, to rank your database of people most likely to sell or buy using online habits.
There's a lot of different programs out there that have done that in bits and pieces over the years.
Sure.
I'm still waiting to see that one that just is like, wow, this is the one.
I think we're on the cusp of having something like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a matter of time. The ones it's just scouring activity, identifying the person, scouring activity. God, it's so scary. And then reporting back.
Well,
hey, this person's looking on Zillow right now.
The government's doing it to us, and all these big corporations are doing it to us. They're buying and selling data left and right.
Oh my gosh,
it's insane.
Yeah.
Google, when ChatGPT hit the scene, Google effectively got their teeth kicked in by ChatGPT. It was like, whoa, put them on the back foot.
Oh, for sure. Once I saw the capability, I was like, why am I using Google?
Exactly. And so they scrambled, right? And they made some major blunders.
Like what?
Well, for instance, they, first off, Gemini was called Bard at the time. And they brought you and all these other stockholders in the room and said, hey, Tamara, it's a great program. Ask it a question. You asked it the question. The answer that came back, not even in the ballpark correct, like off the wall wrong.
Wow.
And so they lost, I think it was $70 billion in a week in market value.
Oh my gosh.
And that was just one of the mistakes. So they made tons of other mistakes. Well, they rectified it. They said, hey guys, don't worry. We're going to data scrape everything you do online, and we're going to use that to build our AI system. Now, number one, everybody's like, everything? Yeah, everything. Because they're buying and selling data from all these other companies.
That's all it is anywhere, is a data grab. Who's got the most data to reach out to people or persuade people or...
Everybody goes, oh, it's a free app. Did you read the terms and conditions? Because nothing's free.
Does anybody read the terms and conditions?
Well, they make it, 70 pages, 0.5 font for a reason.
I don't read them at
Nobody
all.
does.
I don't know what I'm saying yes to. I'll be honest.
Well, I'll give you this one. This is a true story. Everybody can go look this up.
Am
prove me
I
wrong.
going to be scared?
Probably. So husband and wife go to Disney
Oh
in
my God.
Orlando.
Yeah.
Husband has severe allergies. They go to a restaurant on site, on campus of Disney. And they ask like 3 or 4 times, does the food contain these ingredients? Because he's allergic to this. No, you're fine. You're fine. They even ask like the chef, no, you're good. Food comes out, meal comes out. The ingredients that he's allergic to are in the meal.
Oh my gosh.
He has a reaction. He dies in the restaurant.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So then they go to court.
Sure.
And she's suing Disney. And before it even gets to the judge, before it even gets to the jury, Disney defense lawyers point out that she downloaded the Disney Plus app 4 years ago, and inside the terms and conditions, it says you can never sue Disney for any reason whatsoever. Case dismissed. So there's your terms and conditions, right? Now that's an extreme example, but they're all that way. It should be criminal, in my opinion. That's crazy. That's
crazy.
But it is what it is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you gotta be careful.
I'm not sure what to do with that information right now. Okay.
Get off of all tech. When I start talking about the benefits of tech and the other side of tech, people are like, I don't know if I want to use this.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned.
Yeah. But see, that's the thing is you have to weigh the positives and the negatives, and there's tons of positives. Don't get me wrong, but there's also an awareness you have to have when you're using tech about putting all of your data out there.
Okay. I don't even know how to pivot into the next.
I know everybody's like, I'm scared. I'm done. Yeah.
My next question was, what AI tools are designed to simplify workflows, save time, and increase profits?
There's a lot,
and I don't know that I won't care anymore.
Yeah, everybody's like, I'm out.
Michael.
I'm out. I'm going back to pencil and paper.
Yeah.
Stone tablet. Yeah. No, there's a lot of tools. Let's say that you do use ChatGPT, because everybody does, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things I share in my classes, a lot of agents come in, and there's some that are definitely using it at a high level, and then you got kind of the middle of the road, and then there's the others like, I don't like this. It scares me. It freaks me out.
I have a friend like that.
Yeah.
Scared to death.
Yeah. There's like, it's creepy.
Yeah, it's creepy. That's what she says. Creepy.
Terminator. It's all.
I told her to get over it.
All that other type of stuff.
Of course, now I'm regretting that with the terms and conditions.
She could be onto something. I'm just saying.
Oh.
But ChatGPT, I always tell them this is the easiest thing to do. Get the app. Open the app. You'll see that there's a microphone there, and you can you basically voice to text type situation.
That's how I talk to Megan.
Yeah, and you do voice memos.
And you can select what your AI assistant's voice sounds like, how she speaks to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
Everything.
So creepy. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I tell them, go out for a listing presentation, right?
Yeah, I love this.
And instead of taking a ton of notes, which most agents do, and then, hey, I'll get you these notes 24 hours, 48 hours later after I compile them, just go out in the front yard with the sellers and say, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Seller, I need you to talk to Megan. She's right here on my phone. I need you to just walk with me as I go throughout the house and tell me all the improvements that you've done to the house, when you've done them, all that other type of stuff. And let's just start in the front yard, first floor, second floor, backyard. And then when they're done, all you got to do is tell ChatGPT, take that information that we just spoke into the system and turn it into a properly and easy to read PDF.
And by the way, that's not a 3-paragraph prompt.
No.
You just said it. Like, here's what I need you to do. And that's a key part of using AI. Yeah. Not everything has to be a prompt.
No.
Sometimes you can just talk to it.
Yeah.
I don't use prompts. I will use prompts. I've got some prompts saved that I need to get into ChatGPT. But for now, a lot of what I've done is just talk to it. And if I don't get the right output, then I keep working with it until I get there.
We have to retrain our brains after using Google. So we're so accustomed to the singular prompt with Google. What's the weather going to be like today?
Sure.
Right? Now I can add layers to it. I can have conversations with it, right? I can push back on it. Hey, Megan, that's not right. Fix that.
Yeah,
right?
and you do need to say, I caught her hallucinating.
Yeah.
So that's a real thing, which I think is weird.
Yeah. And so then, you do that with the clients. And as soon as I share that in class, all the agents are like, "Oh my gosh, that's awesome!"
If you show them what it looks, do you show them what it looks like?
Because we are empty nesters.
Because that's a big deal.
Yeah, we are empty nesters, and we're in that thin to win. We're cleaning, painting, all that other stuff.
Wait, what did you say? Thin to win?
Thin to win, right? Never heard that one before?
No.
Like thin it all out.
Huh. Okay.
Right? Get rid of all the junk.
Got it.
Right? And so, and I have to clarify whenever I talk to real estate agents, we're not looking to move. We're good. Right?
Yeah.
I say that to a room.
You're about to get 300 phone calls.
Well, I say that in a room full of
do you
agents.
Need a realtor?
It's kind of like Finding Nemo when those seagulls are like, mine.
I never talk about when I'm going to do anything.
No, exactly.
Until it's done.
But my wife asked me during that whole process, do you have a list of all the improvements that we've done to the house? And I'm like, well, it's about 5 years old. I was like, hold up. Let me go do what I just explained. Start in the front yard, do all that. We had a list done in 10 seconds after I walked the house.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So then I would tell agents, do that with your clients. Now tell the clients, okay, Mr. and Mrs. Client, let me go walk the house by myself as a real estate professional. I'm going to make notes of what I suggest for improvements to improve the value of the home, to increase the potential sale of the home. And then I'll have my list. You have your list of improvements. We can kind of compare the two, see what we need to do.
Well, it can also research what the average cost is going to be in your area to have the work done. And it can probably recommend contractors for you if you don't have any. Based on Google reviews, I would assume.
Based on Google reviews, based on GEO.
GEO?
Right.
See?
We found a new property manager for our rental property in Florida that way.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we just talked about all kinds of use cases today.
Yeah.
So of all the things that we talked about today, what do you think is the most important thing that my real estate audience needs to implement, like right now?
You need to find whatever is the most impactful piece and use it, right?
Hey, the one thing.
The one thing. I mean, seriously, because, and it's weird because everybody tries to multitask. Well, multitask is multi-fail, right? We've been told for years, you're a great multitasker. You even probably put it in your resumes and you said it in interviews.
Well, I am.
Everybody thinks that. And come to one of my classes. I can debunk that in about 10 minutes.
No, your brain can literally only do one thing at a time. And I will tell you this, as I get older, I find myself starting to jump around from project. And I'm like, wait a minute.
What am I doing? Why am I here?
I didn't even finish that one thing I started.
Yeah, why did I was like?
What is happening?
You get a little bit older, you're like, why am I in this room again? Yeah.
I have to write everything. Got to write it all down.
Yeah.
So anyway, okay. So
find that one thing.
Okay.
Take action.
Love it.
Stack on it.
Get yourself a ChatGPT account.
Yeah.
And ask it what you would ask Google.
Yeah, but I would say ask a better question than what you do with Google, because
you do have to be specific.
Yeah. But it can be specific but detailed at the same time.
You know, I'll tell you that is one of the things that I've learned is that I may have to continue to manipulate it after the first output from it.
Yeah.
You know, we're not there yet.
Well, and I've learned this too, and I share this in a lot of my classes. Let's say that we're putting together something for items of interest in Dallas, like, museums, and like I'm putting together a relocation guide, for instance. And you'll ask all these prompts, and it'll come back with some information, and it gets 90% of it right, but there's 10% that's wrong. Then we try to ask a better question to make it go back and fix it. That's when we start getting into the hallucinations. It's like, no, you fixed the wrong one, fix this, and you start fighting with it. Get that 90% accurate information, extract it from the AI systems, drop it into Google Docs, drop it into Word or whatever, fix it yourself.
Okay.
Because otherwise you end up fighting the system. You end up fighting the hallucinations. So you got to be careful with that we can't allow AI to do everything.
I haven't used it in the generate reports for me capacity.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can see what you're saying. I think it's just super cool that you can, I think putting an inspection report in there, having it analyze and prioritize the repairs and then also refer you contract. I think that is a very good use case for AI.
I agree. But, review everything, make sure it's all correct. Don't just take it for the gospel, which a lot of people, again, want to shortcut it. And you still got to read it. You still got to make sure it's right, especially if you're going to sign your name to it.
Yes, because that won't make you look very good.
No, it will not.
So anyway, well, I think this is a great place to stop for today. So Michael, thank you so much for being on the show. I reserve the right to have you back.
We'll do it.
Okay.
Yep.
And thank you for joining us on another episode of The Closing Table with Lawyers. Title, again, I'm your host, Tamera Gaede. If you like my content, you're really going to love my escrow team. So give me an opportunity to talk to you about your title needs and make it a great day.